And so here we find ourselves, Shelby enthusiast, at 23,995.9 miles. Return the car to Carmax, and this one, like I said, we talked about the shifter issues. Still not sure if it's an aftermarket shift kit and they just retain the stock knob, or if the stock shifter assembly has something going on with it. And sometimes it takes twice as long to crank up when you initially get in the car to start it up. That's very intermittent. It's hard to consistently see that issue pop up. But other than that, the GT350 starts up every time, and it is that same voodoo V8 that I'm growing to love 1,000 times over. And let's take a little walk around before we fully give it back. And second Shelby from Carmax, great experience. Still trying to figure out the perfect one. Not in this Arrest Me red color, maybe like a more stealthy color, maybe like a gray that we had last time, or even a blue, and we'll figure that out. Well, let's go ahead, power it down. We already got the e-brake set. We'll keep it in first gear. And let's take a little walk around here. So, in the same spot we had it when we initially took it out about 3 weeks ago. Again, we'll take a look at the rims, no curb rash. I didn't have to parallel park it, so I didn't have to worry about even risking that. And tires, dot code of, where are we at? 12/20/23. Didn't smoke the tires at all. They slipped a little bit in the rain once at a stoplight for like 5 feet, but that's about it. But definitely don't want to just be doing burnouts and just abusing the car, because this is a wonderful machine that should be enjoyed but also taken care of. So, and if we look up close, we did have this, you see on my initial video, we did have a scratch here and here before we initially took it out from Carmax 3 weeks ago. Other than that, Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s, I believe, if I can see it. Yep, Pilot Sport Cup 2s, very, very grippy tire. In the cold, they don't have a lot of traction, so keep that in mind if you do test drive a GT350 with these tires. You really gotta let them warm up, you know, drive around, let them get some heat into them. And then there was already a scratch here, which I believe I got in the initial video, and just a few little dings all around the car, but nothing too crazy. And we'll look at the front rim. Yeah, there's a better shot of the Pilot Sport Cup 2s. They're staggered, so you have a 295 in the front and a 305 in the rear. But again, this rim's looking good. And taking a look at the front end, a couple bugs from a highway trip. As you can see, those are just dead bugs we picked up. And still got the front little chin spoiler, chin splitters in good condition still. Be careful going over speed bumps, because you don't want to scrape the bottom, because it does kind of taper down, if I can get that on camera. And so you may have to angle over speed bumps like I was doing, just to be absolutely sure I didn't damage that. But yeah, this is a no stripe car. I kind of like the no stripe car. If I had a stealthy color no stripe, that might honestly be the best setup for the 350. The stripes work with some colors, like I feel like the blue with white stripes is a classic, or even white with blue stripes, but I do like a no stripe Shelby GT350. And then we'll take a look at the last tire here. This one had a different date. I think the two rear tires were replaced before I took it out. Yeah, this one's January 22 by the dot code here, so you can get that on picking it up. And this rim looks good. And then down the driver's side, paint still looks really good. When this is washed, it really, really cleans up real nice. And then last thing I'll do is just take my dash cam out, because you never know. Drivers seem to be getting crazier and crazier, and I know saying that driving a Shelby, but I'm talking about, like, they don't pay attention, they drive on the shoulder, they cut you off. Like, I'm trying to drive this as, you know, I'm having fun in it, but I'm trying to drive respectfully on the roads. And, you know, the stigma, or I guess the stereotype is like, oh, there was an accident, it was the Mustang's fault, but that's why I got to run the dash cam, because these drivers getting crazier and crazier. I never thought I'd say that, but I guess now I'm 28, and, you know, as a kid I might have, you know, done some crazy stuff driving around, but nowadays, I don't know, that everybody's like, a lot of people play on their phones or distracted driving, so that's why I gotta make sure I have proof that it wasn't the Mustang's fault, because there's plenty of Mustang crash videos online, and I don't want to be another data point in that. So trying to enjoy these sports cars, but enjoy them and not just be an absolute maniac, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's about it for the walkarounds. Everything's looking pretty good. Like, you do get the black mirror caps, the black roof on this model, and then the black spoiler. The 16 to 18 cars have just a little lip spoiler, but the 19 and 20 cars do get this, and it's a popular upgrade, or OEM plus, for people to put these kind of small wings on their 16 to 18 cars, because it does look really good. And you do have the gaps on either side, and I think there's an attachment you can put on, like a clear wicker bill. Someone was telling me about that when I had the 2020 Shelby, because I was asking what these screws were for, and you can take them out and add on the wicker bill, so it'll actually stick up a little bit further. But yeah, that's the experience here. And the next car, if I am able to take one out for Carmax, will probably be either a Camaro LT1 or a Dodge Challenger Scat Pack wide body. Both one and stick shift, of course, if one comes through. Just trying to figure out which car, modern muscle car, I want to end up owning long term. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in more repair machinist videos. Take care.